Hey Mike, what's the story here? Am I engaged, or is it just a twitch in my ear? Different body parts. Do each of them have a heart? Which one am I missing? Says each portion. Until we plate things. Then if we plate something, how do you interact with the things that you see? If you mix them all together, does it taste better? Or are you then missing the fact that they now look like nothing? Could we draw one man who knows every plan? So many scenes, so many that are unseen. Like, I could just add some bookshelf with catalogs and encyclopedias. Then what's near is far. Have I then raised or lowered the bar? There was definitely some sense, though, that if there was one more thing to add, it would be like mostly just the feeling that I had. If I try to interact with people's beliefs, and I give them something to believe in, am I then clear? See through then? So if there's more, is it a drawing or a telling? There's certainly still more to be unpacked here. Or are those empty boxes just simply sitting there? Things that you can stack, and if you could actually dream there, then you could jump and attack. Like, then I could actually draw some demon. Would it be in there or on the horizon? Have I made man mean by this scene actually almost having nothing mysterious? You see, it's almost so ordinary. Funny though, because from the place of fantasy, you'd look at this and you'd see it has no heart. Unless I said something like this, then you'd think why isn't this? And the fact that it isn't then makes it more of a page turner rather than something that you'd hang on the wall. It could be the cover for something that continually falls. If I talk about what it is that continually falls, is it actually somebody? Or is this just an idea? If I was to add some sense of there being more pages to this, does it actually give the idea that it continually falls? Then it's more of the scene itself, because there are no walls. We continually back up. And if there really is a man of steel, what does this man look like? Is he real or is he an ideal? If I was to add something super, then instead of a demon, could I actually add some hieroglyphs on these cliffs that were like the earth was continually scheming? Like I said, it's just the next state over that has liberty. Earth itself is just a door, you see. Is it hollow or solid? When you knock, is it for luck or an answer? If you have keys or handles, is it then your conversation? Do you then say words or hear them? If your console says them. The man of steel, like I said, is he real or an ideal? Where do I see him? Is he more in my mind? And if I put him on paper, is he actually harder to find? What does he look like in this sort of setting? Is he more Eastern or Western? Opens up the boardroom for betting. What is stillness to you? If I was to add some other dimension where creativity is actually apprehension, really, It's only based upon the ability for anyone who comes across the door to actually say what's on the other side. Because doors, funny enough, are pretty plain, you see? But it's not like the door argues with what you say. It only says what you see. So is stillness like some door then? Or is it like a man sitting on the floor then? Or is it something in a pose? This ideal man? Does he grow? It's almost the sense that I could make it show if I was to add some other texture, like there was another tool that I had. Really, it's not necessarily then a man itself. It's just the idea of grabbing, of gripping. And when you get a grip, it's like the idea itself doesn't necessarily slip. Then what you see, is it dark or is it light? Does this guy get pushed everywhere and then talk at his pleasure? Or does he use words themselves with measure? Then if I was to zero in more on this guy. It would be like holding a drop in your hand that you picked up and dropped and picked up and dropped and picked up and dropped. Basically, it is no man. Basically, it'd be the thing that said that you were the man. Basically, it would be like if your hands felt air as sands. Something to play with that wasn't a joke. Something that made everything you did go up in smoke. To always say that there was another. going back on my feelings of intention, if I was to have left what was going to then be, is this thing the same you see? To be asked, to be me. That's kind of funny. Live up to expectation. There are no hands here, actually. But it's because everything is so small, not necessarily big. I could add some sort of hand that was like the crosswalk between big and small. Something that tries to capture it all. And it's like that push is the push of a button. Are you being attacked or are you asking for something? Who really runs this place? Is it business or is it all in the look and the face? If you want to go here, does it cost money or reputation? Is one more of a plan and the other just eternal frustration? Like, then I could actually add some sort of grip of a face if I was to make it scrunch and put lips in some place that made it look like they could say words like this. Like some guy chanting and he never missed. Pick and choose my battles. If there are these things, then are they there because of the world? To try to be even more clever. Like I could actually add some master with a lever. Then it's not necessarily a demon or a signature. It's more so like the shadow of Prometheus. Interact with this. Then we have touched upon another feeling. It's not necessarily all about steel, you feel me? Because there is a sense of empty space almost, like smoke even has its place. Now that we've touched upon another feeling, one that can itself be cooling, how many other feelings then are we missing? If we can say that these two themselves are both worth kissing, one with weight and one with space, how much more then can we put in this place? adds more great shadows? Is it now for you or for everyone? If I take it that everyone wants to be seen by everyone, should I make it for then someone you see? Or in so doing, have I ruined believability? Like we talk about beliefs. And that's actually just the case. That if it's your belief, then you're continually trying to hide it. But I can balance that out even with the notion that you just want to fight it. Stops on 21 just because people think it's number one. Should I just keep going just for fun? How many more words then could I fit in this one place? Look it. I basically have all the time in the world, you see. How many more words here can I add to make it so there's no sense of something missing? Now we've added some sense of cold steel, some sense of something that doesn't feel. Could we then add a sense of hotness? Like if we could actually barbecue. Adds a million types of restaurants. Is it a loaf? Or is it salami? When that stuff's good, is it all in the past? Like, I can remember being so hot, but it was cool, you know? But if we try to bring the past up, is it just better as pasta? Then all the meat we can add as meatballs. But even then, those are still better on TV than TV dinners are even better when you're alone, you see. Just like believability. Adds all the creature comforts, like something that never wants to leave. Changes the tree.
Yeah, I gotta do it more.
Into some 3D seating where all of this projects onto these glass walls. actually there's just buttons that change the opacity. Then we play movies and all sorts of things on them, you see. Now we've just added another feeling, like crunchiness is actually edible dryness. Now is there just one man we're missing? Or is it like a family or a city? Maybe I can't do this every time. Maybe I should try to add everything right now. This is my chance to show it all how. Just then adds some Indian over off doing nothing then. Like he's actually the connection to all this and some person that everybody actually does miss. He's over off camping alone by himself. He just came across this. He wasn't even drawn here because he's the idea that there actually is a page turner. Like even the believability of reality has doors, buildings, and then vehicles to take you continually. Into a place where you question what you see, not necessarily how it works, but if there's something better. Can it get any better? Then it's not necessarily like there's a problem with one thing. Is it actually then that if it says there's nowhere else to go, then there's a problem with that? Like a bouncy ball that holds all knowledge but continually bounces off the walls. Adds then all of a sudden all these toys, which then gives a whole nother sense, you see. Or maybe it's a smell, or maybe it's all three. Is actually the sense that there's only one thing, the fact that then something could be broken, like there's truth in breaking. Like actually you're trapped, this isn't somewhere to go. You actually don't want it to be all gray weather or sunny, you want it to snow. No, where is the rain? The bamboo forests, the lodge. Where is the sap? All of a sudden, more senses. Where are the saplings? Where are the little villages of mushrooms and flowers? Moss groves. Like elven rings and wild things that when you're on a walk makes you think if I was only stronger, I could definitely sleep here without anything. If these things can do it. Then you question predator and prey, the hunt itself, like rush is another sense. Maybe that's actually the only sensei. The rush of the business, then is that destruction? Like we said, if there's only one thing, then there's actually no purpose. Is that the problem with there being one thing? You've then said that nothing is in charge, because if there was something, if it was surely good, it would be beyond your own belief, right? Can we catch believability? If it's actually in our mitt, can we see? There's another sense, baseball and all the sports, they have different smells and different falls. If we want to prove that there is a problem with one thing, does that actually give us advantage? Maybe only in speaking, but if we actually want true advantage, which is basically the feeling that brings, where then is true advantage in reality? If we already say we don't believe what we see. That's unbelievable. It's only a dream. Maybe it's some script for the movie screen. Instead of monsters, that's dinosaurs, basically things that are unbelievable but monstrous, held with the distance of optics. Like then all of a sudden we've added another feeling on the skin, the dryness of arid desert and dust in the wind. No more is this place so dewy, you see? Or am I actually still just adding this bookshelf? I don't know, you tell me. If we could prove that it was a dream, then could we actually fly? Then why would we even be concerned with objects? We'd let them all go. Then is flying actually dropping? Then why don't we all drop all our clothes? maybe because then that's just another belief. If flying is some end to this motif, then would we not still go to sleep and wake up? And if we were to wake up, would we not have to make it back up? And if we were to make it back up, then we'd actually be the ones creating the problem. We would be making something basically unique. Something that said there was a problem with its being. Then trying to share that and telling everyone that, no, you're not really seeing. Which is like actually running. Do we want to run faster then? Maybe that's what the master plan is then. Let's run. If we go faster and faster and faster, what then is our master? Proof that there's movability. That's the problem with one thing you see.